giving instructions through phone. Please attend the Zoom class every day and make a note regarding the grammar points or the classwork or maybe about school activities. So first instruction from my side is you have to attend within 3 days. After 3 days probably you have to attend to the school with your mother for taking your belongings, that is textbook, notebooks, bag, uniform, belt, shoe, tie, socks, and etc. The amenities what we are providing, that is called JVK. Okay, already your housemasters are informing. Today was the actual date, but it is postponed to next date. Maybe it may be 8th. So get ready for it. And also another important thing, you have written a test, FA1, in the Forms app. Only 15 students have participated. To the best of my knowledge and to my notice, and the responded students are only 15. I got the percentage of marks also, the list remaining. What I have to do? Please tell me, what is your difficulty? We have to answer to our superior officers, maybe AGO or the secretary or DO, somebody who visits our school and inquires about the FA1 marks. It was conducted on the Forms app. When you open the Forms app in your phones, you might have seen the question paper and the answer. Most of you haven't answered, not submitted. Why? So everyone should take part in the exam schedule. Yesterday also, I sent a question paper for a baseline test for 8th class and 9th class. Moreover, I have also sent the same question paper, baseline test question paper to the 10th class based on the 9th class syllabus. Please write it. Everyone should write and send it to me. In the group, WhatsApp group, it was sent. Have you seen? Anyone can answer? P. Pawan Kumar, have you seen the WhatsApp group for 10th class? Pawan Kumar, please respond. Satya is hiding. Please respond. Huh? Pradeep. However, we are continuing the syllabus. So in the last class, we were discussing about the human relations.
Satya, unmute chesko.
Under this unit,
Satya, unmute chesko.
the journey, the writer is having a travel to Dirang. He came to his native place for a few days on leave and he got married. Now he was a newly married person and he is not happy to leave his newly wed wife and go to a far off place. And also now he wanted to travel. He wanted to start a journey from his native place. So now he could be able to carry his trunk to the bus stop. So there are no porters. As an educated person, he is feeling shy. And he was thinking how to carry this trunk box. Meanwhile, his father came and said that he will carry the trunk box up to Dirang, the bus station. So both of them are walking, and because of tiredness, they sat under a tree. I have shown in the picture also. Father and son are sitting under the tree, feeling thirsty. What is a thirsty? I told you, thirsty, feeling of thirst, dry in his mouth, want to drink water. We also drink much water when you feel thirsty, especially in the summer season, isn't it? Father also sat on the rock, and they were discussing. Father was quiet for some time, and he looked at the sun, into the sky, and he was carrying a wine in his can, and they want to wetting up their lips. Their tongue should be wetted. As a matter of fact, because of thirst, they drank some wine from the can. You see, under the tree, there are rocks, small boulders on which the writer was sitting, and besides a small bag. And father was also sitting, and a huge trunk box was there besides him. He was pouring water, that is a maybe of a wine, isn't it? Up to that you learned. Okay, do you remember what happened in the past? Now, I gave him the can of wine. Very important line. It may be asked for voice, changing the voice. I am also referring the grammatical points also, wherever it is necessary. I am also giving examples. Okay, underline the sentence, and it is there is a chance for asking the sentence for voice, asking voice questions. I gave him the can of wine. I refers to who here? I refers to for the writer or his father. The writer. He gave him the can. He poured himself a mug and handed me the can. He poured. He used that water from the can into the glass and gave it to the writer. He drank all of it at one go. At a stretch, he drank full of water because they are thirsty. He then arranged the belt that was attached to the trunk carefully on his forehead. Forehead. This is a forehead, isn't it? This is forehead. Luggage is carried on their shoulders and as well as their head, forehead, isn't it? In the same way, he took that trunk box, which was lifted carefully on his head. So this was the picture, my father carrying my luggage on his back and me following him with a tinny bag in my hand. A tinny bag. Tinny means a small bag. You see, on his behind, the writer's behind, there was a small bag. It was carried by the writer, and the writer's father was carrying a luggage on his back. We were walking up a narrow hilly road. We refers to who are they? We refers to two, more than one. One is the father and another is son. Maybe the writer. Who are they? Who are walking? How was their way? It was a very, very hilly, not a plain road, not a comfortable road. It was a narrow. What is the opposite of narrow? Narrow, shallow. Narrow opposite, shallow. Write it down in your notebooks. And neither of us uttered a word as if we were strangers who spoke different languages. Languages. What are languages? The common usage of our speech. We converse with some speech. Suppose if we are in Andhra Pradesh, we use Telugu wherever you go. If you go to Tamil Nadu, you have to speak Tamil, and in North India, Hindi. If you go abroad, okay, what is the language that we are using? English, because English is an international language. It is a linked language, isn't it? So you have to communicate. Here, father and son, both of them are going to the bus stop. On their way, they were like strangers, new. They don't know each other. They are new people. They are not speaking with each other because of tiredness. Due to tiredness, and they are like strangers, they are going. They are not uttering a word. I did not know what was going on in his mind. So the writer is saying, I don't think, I am not unable to imagine. I have no idea about what my father is thinking. From time to time, it crossed my mind that it was improper for me of let father carry the luggage. So from time to time, every time, the writer is thinking about how his father is able to carry his luggage. He's feeling in his it may be improper for him. I wanted to tell him that I would like to carry the trunk myself. So intention is there in him, with him. What is his intention? He must carry the trunk. He wanted to carry the trunk, but he was unable to carry the trunk, and it may feel that it was his guilt, but my guilt and shame did not allow me to do so. Guilt here, crying, feeling crying. ఏదో తప్పు చేసినట్టుగా నేనే తీసుకుని వస్తాను అని చెప్పి ట్రంక్ బాక్స్ తీసుకుందాం అనుకుంటున్నాడు మనసులో, కానీ తనకు చిన్నతనంగా ఉంది. ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ గిల్ట్ ఫర్ హిమ్. దిస్ సెల్ఫ్ కాన్షియస్నెస్ హ్యాడ్ probably to do with my education. Why he is feeling like that? Because his education, he was educated, and also he was a employee, government employee, so that made him shun, so that he is not willing to carry his own suitcase luggage. The white collar job that I had, so he is also thinking that it is a white collar job. His work is not very laborious. He was sitting in the chair and the table and working in the office. He was a government officer, no doubt that. So he was feeling shy, or quite simply my pride. Because of pride, I am not able to carry my suitcase. Okay, somehow, anyway, I had the feeling that if I carried the luggage, my father and my people, in fact, the whole world would laugh at me and I would be belittled. So, in this paragraph, the writer is explaining to us the things what happened in his journey time by walking, when he was walking to the bus stop. So he has some feelings. Suppose if I carry the luggage, what was the luggage? Trunk box. If I carry the luggage, my father, not only my father, but the people, my people refers to the people in and around him, maybe the villagers or the people who passes on the way, and also, in fact, the whole world is saying, the people who knew him, the people who saw him when he was traveling and carrying a trunk, may laugh, would laugh. It is a futurity. They would laugh. And they would be belittled. What is a belittled meaning? Just write down in your notebooks. You are simply listening. Make a note. Belittled, made to seem unimportant. Made to seem unimportant is the meaning of belittled. So people may think about like this. In this way, now father and son, both of them are walking. Do you understand? Are you following? Pradeep, I think why Pradeep is there. Please unmute and respond. Please. Huh? Are you following?
Pradeep, unmute చేసుకో. Pradeep,
Pradeep,
బాబు Pradeep.
Kapil,
Kapil, unmute చేసుకో.
so many of you are not showing your faces. You see, here Pawan Kumar, sit right. Chandrasekhar, Parthiban. Sit right and listen carefully. So what happened, you see next, father had provided for my education. So who provided education to him? To the writer, his father. His, generally, we are also getting education, isn't it? We are also educated. We are studying. Who is providing education for you? Your father. Your father brought you to the school and handed over in the school to the teachers or the principal to study, isn't it? Suppose the government is supplying the amenities like books, food, isn't it? Accommodation, everything. You are studying. How? Your father is encouraging. Father is providing you to educate. Likewise, the writer is also educated by his father. And I had been able to realize his dreams. And what will father expect in turn when you become elder? Suppose, take an example, your teachers or myself or me, I can say. Now, I am earning money. I am getting salary for every month. After my education, I got a job and I got married. Now I am feeding my family. I am helpful to my parents, brothers, to my family members. I am supporting them financially, physically, isn't it? So why your father is educating? Because you have to live your life. You have to lead your life independently and live happily without any laborious work, difficult works or cooling. You must be an officer. You should be an engineer. You should be a doctor. You should be a scientist. So that you will earn money. If you have money, you will live happily. Luxurious life also. You will own a car, house, family members, etc. and etc. So that he realized I had been able to realize his dreams. These are the dreams of my father. So to fulfill my father's dream, I should work properly. My parents were truly proud of me. Proud. What is a proud? They feel happy. Suppose if you got a first rank in 10th class, first mark in 10th class, how do your teachers or parents feel? They will feel proud, isn't it? Okay. If you stood a first rank in 10th class in Satyaved Mandal, you are very proud, your parents especially, then teachers, the neighbors, others. Okay. So in this way, My parents refers to the writer's parents. Truly proud of me. Me refers to the writer. అందరూ కూడా గొప్పగా నన్ను చూసి గర్వపడతారు తల్లిదండ్రులు. It was through me that they had earned a greater degree of admiration and respect from the villagers. And also respect, good respect and admiration. What is admiration here? Admiration is also respect with a happiness. Respect. They will get a respect. He will get respect from the villagers also. My father would not like to see me carrying a trunk on my back. So that my father himself is carrying my trunk on his forehead. I am not carrying. If I carry, I may feel shy, and the people who may look at me will laugh at me, so that my father would not like to see me carrying a trunk. This is a situation I don't want to see, and would be very little hurt if I did so. If I carry my suitcase by myself, it will be a small, what is called that, my father will hurt. So I concluded that it would be better to let him carry it. So I concluded means I decided at the end. Concluding means last lines. At the end, I thought that it is better to carry the trunk by my father. Father was used to carrying luggage anyway. So anyway, father himself alone is carrying the trunk. He was stronger and more skilled than me in these matters. Also, the writer or his son is saying that an old man, father was a skilled man and also stronger. Physically, he was also stronger. Stronger, strongest. I had never got used to physical labor, having stayed in a hostels right from my childhood. Important line. Who is saying these lines? The sentence? The writer. I had never used to physical labor. Physical labor. He is not doing any work physically because he was in the hostel. You are also in the hostel, suppose, in our school from 5th class to 10th class. A 7th class boy could not able to carry a heavy bag, so that your needs help from your father or a porter to carry a big luggage like a suitcase or bedding material or so on. Like that, right from the childhood, he could not able to carry the luggage. So, in spite of my youth and strength, I was physically useless, not useful. He is not useful physically to carry. When he was a youth, suppose like me, or at the age of 20 or 25, then he could able to carry because of his strength and youth. I continued walking silently with father. So father and son are walking along the terrain, the roads, the hilly road. The road is not good, isn't it? So they are both are walking without discussing. They are like strangers. We discuss now. So they are silently walking and thinking accordingly. We rested at 2 places on the way. How many times did they took rest? They took rest at 2 places on the way and had our tiffin. Tiffin, what is called a tiffin? We call it tiffin break, we say. It is a breakfast. Tiffin, light food in the morning we take, isn't it? At 8 or 8:30, 9 o'clock, we take 3 idlis and 1 egg and 2 dosas, pulihara, pongal chutney, sambar, whatever you have. In our mess also, it is today is Monday. What is the special in our hostel today? Monday, khichdi and chutney and egg, boiled egg in the morning, breakfast. Like that, they also had some tiffin. But we hardly walked. We refers to both father and son. Both are hardly with a great difficulty they are walking because it was very, very long distance. Finally, we reached Dirang. So, did they reach Dirang now? Yes, they reached their bus stop. What is that bus stop name? Dirang. Now, father and son, both of them reached the bus stop called Dirang. The bus from Tawang had not yet reached Diwang. So, did they get the bus now? No. Just they have to wait for some time. Why? Because the bus from Tawang, the bus have to come. The bus have to start from Tawang. It is a place, bus starting place. Just it is started and not yet came to Dirang. And so we had some time in hand. So they have some time, maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes time is over, left over to catch the bus. We entered a tea shop. There at the bus stop, there are some shops, perfectly maybe tea shop or some snacks or some paper, books, bookshop, isn't it? You come across these situations in and around the bus stop. So in our bus stop also there is a bunk in which Reddy is sitting, isn't it? He is selling some edible things according to your taste: chocolates, biscuits, cakes, creams, ice creams, so on. Like that, there was a tea shop. We entered means father and son both entered into the shop and sat facing each other. Facing each other means sitting in opposite direction. They are sitting now in the opposite direction. Father is sitting on that side and the son is sitting this side. And both of them are able to see their faces each other. Father appeared tired. Now the son, that is the writer, is looking into his father's face and find out that he was very tired. An old man, no doubt, especially because of his old age and having walked very fast and also carried a huge trunk in his hand, he seems to be tired. I felt sorry for him, but could not bring myself to say anything. He is feeling sorry only. Why? Because he could not help his father. Father alone carried the trunk and walked with him. He too walked, no doubt, but he is feeling sorry for that. I asked the waiter to get us 2 cups of tea. Waiter in the tea shop. What did they order for? For tea. How many cups? 2 cups. 2 cups of tea. To whom? One is for his father and one is for his the writer. Just as I was going to take my first sip. First sip. What is the first sip? Just he is going to take a tea cup and putting into his lips. What happened? I heard a father's voice. Father is saying something. When I am taking tea, just do you have a pair of old shoes? This is the question from his father. Father is asking now a question to his son. This is a yes or no question. Do you have a pair of old shoes? Pair. What is a pair? Pair means two. In Telugu we call it jata. Do you have చెప్పులు ఉన్నాయనన్నా ఒక జత చెప్పులు ఎక్స్ట్రాగా ఉన్నాయేమన్నా? Do you have a pair of old shoes? That too. Not new. Very new I am asking. Why I asked? I asked why. I refers to who? The writer. Now the writer is asking why? Why, daddy? The road is uneven and full of pebbles. It hurts while walking. Very important line. Why? I ask. The road is uneven and full of pebbles. It hurts while walking. Father is saying, the road is not a good, not uneven means not good. How is the road now? Anybody? Kapil? One of you can respond. How is the road from their village to Dirang? How is the road? The road is hilly area. The path is not good. It is a uneven terrain, hilly area. There are some boulders, rocky area, pebbles. What is the pebbles? Pebbles, what is the pebbles? Small stones. They may hurt. ఏమంటే మనకు గుచ్చుకుంటుంది. చెప్పులు లేకుండా నడిస్తే మన గ్రౌండ్ లో కూడా ఏమవుతుంది? చిన్న చిన్న రాళ్ళు ఉన్నాయి కదా, గుచ్చుకుంటుంది, నడచలేం మళ్ళీ. That gives us pain. You can't walk properly after half an hour, 1 hour. You will get some troubles to your foot, isn't it? So his father has no shoes at all. Shoes here means maybe chappals. The shoes. The road is not good, my son, you know. The road is filled with pebbles. It may hurt me when I walk. So if you have old shoes, please tell me, do you have a pair of shoes? Father is asking. Okay. Now, up to that I will stop. Dear students, please listen carefully. It is a language. When you master it skillfully, when you read thrice or 4 times or many times as possible, please read the paragraphs and underline the difficult words, get the meanings. I supplied meanings to some of the words that you feel difficulty. Suppose if you have many more doubts in meanings for the words you don't know, which you don't know, please underline it and consult the dictionary. In your leisure time, find the meanings and answer the questions. Frame some questions yourself. Who is speaking in this paragraph and what is the context? Isn't it? Please prepare well in the preceded 2 or 3 paragraphs which I have completed now, and remaining paragraphs we will go through in the next class and we will complete in the next